guys enjoy this video, remember to subscribe for more RWBY videos. And this video is brought to you by my patrons over on Patreon. And you guys should pledge on Patreon if you guys want to see our RWBY reactions and other content early. We get advanced early access. You can see all our stuff right away. This is our video on the intro. This will be our reaction and our analysis. We've already done it, but then I realized we didn't have an intro for this video because it was just a part of our other reaction. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy. We're just gonna go right into it.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Oh damn!
It's doing those hard cuts
This
again.
feels very anime already.
Yeah.
Like this feels very My Hero
seen that?
Academia.
Oh!
Whoa! That's so cool! Oh my god!
Oh, it's like they're
Oh, Ironwood!
Oh shit!
Oh,
shit!
Ironwood! Oh,
Oh
no!
shit!
Oh,
Uh-oh.
bro! Yay! I love him and Robin working together. Oh,
Oh god, they're getting wings!
Oh no! Is Salem gonna have actual wings though?
Oh! Oh!
Oh, no! Oh, the sneeze!
The sheet! The sheet!
Oh, I love the chest board, guys! Oh, my
all
God.
the pieces are
This
gone.
is the best
Uh-oh.
OP. This is literally
They're
the
fighting
best
each
OP.
other. Oh, this is.
I'm a little worried.
She got the homies.
I'm so worried about them being separated. Oh. Ah, cool. Good job, boys. Oh, that's so cool. This is the best OP. Emerald versus. Oh, Emerald and
Emerald
Neo.
just waved.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that's so Kingdom Hearts, bro! I'm here for
When
it!
you walk away. Oh shit. Oh shit. Happy never again. I
This
don't
is
like
the
that.
best OP! This is the best OP, Hunter.
Oh, that snapped.
Absolutely no. They fucking snapped. That OP is the best designed OP they have ever
was
done. Like
really
with all of
beautiful.
the elements, you know what I mean? Like that was so different from what they usually
Oh, that
do.
was really
Oh
gorgeous.
my god.
That-
Guys, that was insane. Insanity. Now we're gonna do sort of the pause and play analysis that I
So-
love doing. This song is epic. This OP is fire. This is the best OP they
Best
have
directed?
ever done. Best directed. I
Most
really like the
interesting?
song. Yes. I think it's so like My Hero Academia, like anime.
I love,
you
I love,
know?
there's so many visual, it's like they had, it's like normally every OP would have one or two really cool ideas.
Yeah, but
and
this one had
had like
so
18.
many. It's so beautiful.
And we're probably gonna,
I'm so excited.
okay.
I really like that glitching. I really like that because
The
that's a
smash
callback to
cuts?
like Watts and stuff like that.
Yes.
Like Watts is glitching, but it's obviously like very different. And I also like that we see some new Grim here. This
Yeah.
one definitely, like I'm sure it's a Wyvern type one, but or a
Yes.
Wyvern or whatever, but it looks very different. Like look at those pointy
Mhm.
things. You guys can see my mouse, right? Yeah, you can. Look at this one. Right? It looks a little like a T-Rex one.
There's also, I think,
Those are the ones from the ground.
yes, but it looks like, I think later on we see some of the silverfish one that were maybe.
From the contest?
Yes, I
maybe.
think so.
Okay, let's look for them. Good thinking, Hunter. I totally forgot about that.
I love that, like, that contrast
Ah.
of everything is peaceful,
Yeah.
too. I feel bad for who's ever in that
Oh,
sedan.
it's also like the blue and red, or
Yes.
blue and red.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
blue
blue
and red.
and the red.
I was
The-
like, wait
yeah.
a second. Yeah, the blue and red
The color
contrast.
contrast.
Like
This
this is
one-
very blue with
this
Ruby
one,
being red,
like,
and then we see like the city is
Yeah.
burning and the sky is red. Like I just really, really like that. Like we have no choice but to stand.
I
The
like
lighting
how
on
it
her
goes
face.
from the chaos of the red to the calm of the blue, and she
Yeah.
turns around, she sees her friends. It's like your friends will save
So
her.
what was interesting about this is a lot of people were saying, like, it's funny that Oscar's over here, like the first person that RWBY makes, like, eye contact with, instead of him being with Juniper. Because a lot of people think of Oscar as being a part
New
of
Pyrrha.
Juniper. Yeah, exactly. Or Alpine, or whatever they call it now, I don't know. But, you know, instead, he's sort of on this side with Team RWBY, and a lot of people thought that that could be, like, symbolic or something. Because you could have him in the middle, because then it would be Team RWBY 3, Team Juniper 3, and then Oscar. But instead they had him over there, so it's like, I don't know what it's supposed to symbolize, but people were saying it means something. It means Rose Garden. I don't know. So yeah, I thought
don't
that
know
was
about
kind of
that.
interesting.
I love that.
I
This is
love
fun.
this.
Yes.
Look at this. The little this is so, like, I'm gonna talk about, like, this is so Kingdom Hearts if you really look at it later, but I love how
No,
it came-
later it gets when she's reaching
when she's
up
reaching,
to the
that's
heaven.
definitely
I could
Kingdom
hear
Hearts.
the when you
Like,
walk
Hunter
away.
doesn't even, like, like Kingdom Hearts, but he still knows that that's touching a Kingdom
Listen,
Hearts.
I've been friends with you for 5 years. I know enough about Kingdom Hearts.
It reminds me of the 0.2 trailer. That's the Aqua game. You guys look it up. Aqua's like reaching out for Sora's hand, and Sora's hand comes in through the water. That's sort of what it reminds me of.
That game was released, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is beautiful.
I love I love the callback to the grave. I love that we get to see Ruby's old outfit again.
And I like how this is like obviously newly animated. You know what I mean? They didn't just stick the Volume 3 scene and put it in there.
Not that we've been angsty about RWBY and/or Rooster Teeth reusing Aspen. That's as of late. Perfectly fine to reuse.
I think it's also interesting. She's looking at Summer's grave, so it's like. We had, theories about getting Summer information this volume, right?
Okay, it looks like a callback. I mean, it's different, because with this one, it looks like a callback to the red trailer. Blake's looks like a callback to the black trailer, but Yang's looks like a callback to Volume 4.
This also looks more like the Volume 3 scene, though, Hunter, because
that's true.
The grave was snowy in the red trailer, but yeah, I totally agree. Like this, that's the Volume 4 one.
Yeah,
right?
actually, that's what it is.
Winter.
They all look like the Volume 4 trailer.
Yeah,
yes.
But we never got one for RWBY, right? So like that's kind of interesting. I just thank you for fixing Weiss's hair, Rooster Teeth. Like,
I do like
10
it looks
out of
less
10.
chunky.
Calxiyn approved. Does not look like my grandfather's Italian braid cookies anymore. But yeah, I love that. This
that
is like
needs to be a shirt.
Okay.
Like. Blake with her sword and it cuts to the black.
Yeah, that is really cool. And it also, again, sort of goes back to like the Adam short and stuff like that as well. And so I really like this one for Blake.
Of all the Blake, this is why I watched 28.
It's interesting that Yang looks so hopeful because in this episode she was very
not
crabby.
Hopeful.
She was very
think the world they were all gonna die from a giant whale monster. If there's ever time to be a little crabby.
Like I just thought it was interesting that she seems the most smiley, but she was not very smiley in that episode. But yeah, so that's interesting for her. Ironwood, obviously, that's what's in his heart. It's Atlas. You know?
Cold, bougie city. Oh, and then it burns, too.
So whose hand is this? Wait a second. Oh, I think that's Clover's, actually. I think Clover's, like, passing on the pit. Wow. Vine, Marrow. And so I actually had an idea, so I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter, but I made a Clover shirt with this art that was on the Blu-ray DVD, and it was like basically like this idea, and somebody replied to me and said, oh, you know what would be cool though? So it was Clover, and then on the back it was his four-leaf clover, like four-leaf clover stuff, and so somebody was like, this is cool, but what if you had all the Aesops in the little leaves? And so that's what this is doing. So I thought, come on, Rooster Teeth, you already got it. Like, put it together and make it a shirt.
I think happens next is where we see like the contrast between Crow and
Harriet.
Yeah, because before it was always Crow and Clover. Now it's like Clover.
Well, I guess Harriet. It kind of makes sense that she's the next one to leave because Vine and M seem to be like they're equal in a sense that they seem to be, you know, like together, whereas none of them, like Marrow doesn't seem like he's the one to rise
Harriet
up.
felt like the second in charge.
Yeah,
she felt like the lieutenant.
And then we have Crow over here. I really like this. I'm so hyped for like him and Robin being pals and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if there's anything shippy going on here.
They're doing that like Shakespeare handshake.
Yeah, like I think it's more of a bromance between
I feel
these
like
two,
there is a certain subsect of fans that would not be crazy about.
Yeah, and so like I don't know, just because I feel like they're probably gonna be like bros. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Or it's like it's a coming to a joint understanding.
Yeah, and I feel like, to be honest, it may be more of a sisterly thing because I feel like Robin will remind him of like better Raven, like not as cowardly or like whatever you want to call Raven, not as like that as Raven, but that sort of like breaking
not
the rules
and
being a bandit. Like Robin is sort of like the bandit of Atlas, whereas Raven is the bandit of the You know what I mean? And so I feel like that they'll have common ground.
They're both outsiders.
Crow lived in that lifestyle, right? That sort of Robin Hood-esque, but like again, Raven's tribe is a little sus.
They're quite similar.
Yeah, and I feel like and I really like that. I want it, you know. Then you have Oscar. So Oscar's getting kidnapped, right?
Yeah.
Like this is more evidence.
It almost looks like a bird's cage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're trapping him.
Is there any Disney cartoon where someone gets trapped in a bird's cage?
This does look familiar, but I wouldn't be sure why.
I also don't like the spooky, scary eyeballs in the background.
Yeah. So
also, I screamed when that happened. Her pupils are gone and she has wings.
Yeah, if
she
Sayla
has
actually
wings,
has wings,
I'm
like,
going
I'm
to
here for
lose
it.
my
I'm really
It has
here
big,
for
like, Ryuk from Death
Death
Note
Note
vibes.
energy, yeah.
Oh, but can she also just modify her body? Like, can she have,
Maybe.
can she have, like,
I mean,
Pennywise,
like, she did the thing for
spider body?
Cinder, so why not for herself, right?
Some people are thinking, like, Cinder's gonna get a new arm, like an upgraded arm.
But yeah, I feel like this reinforces our, like, preying on Oscar sort of, like, theory and stuff like
This
that.
also needs to be a poster. I'm changing my laptop background from the last scene of Volume 7's opening to this. This is terrifying.
I think this would make a cool shirt as well, by the way, if anyone's asking my opinion.
I hate how she just hangs
So these
there
weapons
like that.
are cool. Like, I like this sort of thing.
What was the first one?
It was Weiss and RWBY.
Yes.
Let's go back. It's okay. But yeah, damn.
I hate how she just... Okay, yeah, Weiss and RWBY.
So we got this. We're gonna have to analyze the song lyrics another time because we hear some of them, but I can't quite make out what Casey is saying.
I will
so
be the first person to say that I'm never, like, crazy about RWBY music.
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
I really
It works
like
really
that.
well.
Hi,
Oh.
John. Look at him.
Team Juniper are split up.
Yeah, I really like Ren's looking down, Nora's sort of crossing her arms. I feel like that's really representative of their relationship right now, and John trying to keep them together, you know? Okay, I really like this, like Ren glancing over almost as if she's, because like we had this theory that when they would split up, like Blake and Yang would kiss each other or something, and then Ren would sort of like look at Nora and then just sort of look away, and I feel like that this is at least in here. You know what I mean? He's looking at her, but he can't, like, commit, I guess you could say, right? He looks at her, he looks away.
Remember back at the end of Volume 4 when we thought their relationship was set and good?
Yeah, because,
God, we were ignorant
look
back
at Nora.
then.
Nora's also looking, but she turns around. She actually like, Ren is hesitant, and he doesn't look, whereas Nora looks, and then he's gone. I feel like Ren is gonna die. Like, this face from Nora, I just saw
I don't want
something.
it.
Yeah,
I want our king
think
to
if
die.
anything, there is a scene in the OP where I'm like, that looks like Ren looking at Nora dying, but like, I don't know, sis. I'm just saying.
There's that purple, like purple is Ren's color.
Well, that's also her lightning too,
I guess that's also
right?
Her. This spooked me. They're walking.
Yeah.
They're walking, and then they cross, and then look at her!
So Winter is getting new hair and new outfit!
Mwah!
Calxiyn approved!
I love it. I don't know if that's like a brace.
Do you remember during the reaction, I was like, I hope Winter keeps that hairstyle. That's really good for her. So it seems like she's getting like some new
part of me wanted like pixie cut or hair down, because we got to see hair down, long-haired.
But I really like this, because it's more relaxed compared to before, right? She still has that front part, but like this is more, I just really like it. I dig it.
I also want to see, I love the contrast between the black and the hard mechanical.
Yeah.
Like
compared to like Weiss's
armor.
like squishy.
Yeah, and even compared to
thingy,
the rest of her outfit in her previous outfits. I love it. It's good.
And like you can tell that like Weiss looks hopeful, I guess, whereas Winter looks dejected, like fuck Ironwood.
Willow looks 40 years older.
Well, I mean, it'll be like your husband gets arrested and there's a giant Grim in the sky. Like, it'll do that to you, Hunter. But yeah, I think it's interesting that Whitley is looking over at his mom and he seems to actually be concerned. Yeah. And so I feel like that this could be the start of Whitley being a good person. He doesn't look like he's plotting like he's evil.
He gets his big robot. If anybody watched our predictions video, you know about my Whitley bot.
But yeah, you understand what I mean? Like, I'm looking at him, and he doesn't look like, mwahaha, I'm plotting to steal the company from my mother. Like, he looks just genuinely worried about her, and so I feel like it is Whitley redemption time. Yes.
But then we see what happens next, which is the logo smashes.
But this is interesting. So the Schnee
crashes on the battlefield.
So is that representative of Jacques being arrested, or is that representative of the end of the Schnees? Right? Because we had this theory that Willow would die. Right? We had that theory. Do you remember that Willow would die defending Whitley, and then Weiss would sort of like come rescue her brother, but that would be the end of like their parents and stuff. I feel like that's foreboding for both Winter Death Flags, Whitley Death Flags, and Willow Death Flags. Obviously, they're not going to kill Weiss.
Metaphorically for like where the Schnee dust, because it was such like all a consuming part of the culture of Remnant for so long in the show, and now it looks like it's just gone.
That's true.
I think you might want to put the volume back on.
Oh yeah.
I also like how previously, I like how it crashes and breaks on the battlefield of Salem versus
Yeah.
Atlas. I also like that they're bringing back the chess piece metaphor.
Yeah, I think that's really good. And see the crashing is when Salem rises up, so I don't think that bodes well for the Schnees. But yeah, I love the chess pieces and how the chess pieces turn into the Grim.
Our spooky boys.
Yeah, I really like that. I think, and it's interesting
and all
too.
Of his disappeared.
All of his went away. See? Bad Ironwood. Oh, Ironwood, because everyone abandoned him, bro.
Including the Queen. I wonder who the Queen is.
Well, I mean, I guess that could be Winter.
I guess so, yeah.
Winter's not gonna side with Ironwood?
I don't know.
That's a little...
And then
right, and
they
then he
all
stands
disappear.
alone. I really love this, because here's the thing. I really thought that this episode or the next episode, like Pietro and Maria were leaving and they were just gonna get kidnapped by Salem. It seems that now Pietro is gonna have a bigger role because he is going to set up the communication tower with them. Doesn't seem like, we're already losing on the bingo card hunter. Doesn't seem like they're leaving to warn the rest of the world. It seems like they're staying and they're helping. So it's gonna be interesting to see this conflict between Watts, who is doing stuff, by the way.
Yeah.
So I doubt that Watts is gonna stay in prison. Did you hear Tyrion? Tyrion was like, oh, he was a necessary sacrifice. Like, I don't think that
he's not dead.
He's not staying
dead.
gone for, and so I really like this.
And I like how it's like they're doing battle. I also like how it's creepy that Pietro turns around.
Yeah, did you guys see that? Actually, let's go back. Because I want to see what Watts' reflection does. So Watts, that's just his natural reflection. That's really cool. But do you see Pietro in the other side?
Wait, does he look to someone, like, because it looks like it's panning.
So we'll have to go back. Okay.
Is he turning to people?
He's like sort of looking and smiling at someone, right? But look at Pietro. This is such a small detail. Like, Pietro's working hard, but like other Pietro is like looking away, like in fear.
Does he look to Penny? I also like how it's implied they're doing battle like separate from one another.
Cyber battle.
Like a battle of the minds.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a little. Do you know that meme where it's like both Spider-Mans?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a little worried that like this is like something about Pietro's Like, I feel like that this. I don't know what it means, but it doesn't make me feel happy
he's Penny
inside,
so
right?
Does he look at Penny?
Yeah, I guess
he's
he
worried
does.
about Penny.
So I guess his inside, like on the outside, he's doing his job, but on the inside, he's worried about Penny.
His daughter.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Penny.
Oh, and then Penny with the powers. Do you see that? So this Penny looks in fear at something in the reflection, but then this Penny just sort of goes in. So again, more.
And we see that even in the first episode.
Things. Yes.
Yeah.
And so we have that snowflake that turns into a petal. That makes me a little. Because, like, this looks like, okay, well, maybe Ren misses Nora. Maybe this is a sign that we'll finally get that talk, right? That John and Ren talking about our feelings time type of situation. You know what I mean? Maybe that doesn't bode so bad. John is like, don't worry, you'll come back to Nora.
Those are some weird-looking controls on the... No, those are hand guards on those spikes.
Yeah, I mean,
I like the design of them.
To make it not fall off, I guess.
I like how chunky they look.
But yeah, then Nora's like reaches for it. So maybe that's a sign that some point in the season, Ren will finally realize he needs to return Nora's feelings next time he sees her. And that's sort of metaphorical of the feelings. And Nora like goes for them, but they're doing their job right now, so they can't. But that makes me so worried that Ren is gonna die before he can sort of really confess.
I also like
do you know what I mean? Like, we had that theory that Ren would finally come to his senses and then like he'd die.
I also like how
not good.
Weiss and Blake are just dropping from the ceiling.
Yeah, and I like to see, like, Nora now feels supported because the rest of the team is there, right?
I love that. Cut back, please.
Yeah, like, let's look at that because I didn't even realize that Penny did that before. Look at this. So then we have this, and Penny
that is such
flies
an amazing
in front of
shot.
everyone. Because look at this. It outlines all of the things that we have to worry about. There's Grimm. There's Mantle, there's Atlas with Penny in the middle with the communications tower, because that's, I think that's a vital festival thingy that they're trying to do. Then there's Salem and the Grimm.
There's that contrast.
What are these? These are like broken buildings?
I don't know.
They're just like floating pieces of debris, bro. I don't know.
Is it
You
like...
tell me, I don't have my glasses
you know what
on.
it is? I think it's the gravity dust. It's causing them to create like an orbit.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I really like this. Look at this. This is such a what a shot.
It's like the money shot that they had at the end of volume.
We love it.
7.
We love to see it. And I like that. So Yang and RWBY look at each other and they're like, okay, we're gonna do this. Because Yang was very pessimistic, but then John sort of stepped in and it's like, we can do both and still be united. And I'm like, chef's kiss. Thank you, Jean. Common sense. Let's go. Right? And so I like to see this.
Also,
let's look out for the silverfish grip. Because that other one, Hunter, is just the normal one.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, so this is just the one that we've seen before. Yeah, those looked... What is that? Do you see that? What is that? Is that a rock? That looks like a person.
In the background?
Do you see that? Right there.
I think that's a rock.
I don't know, but it has decorations on it.
I'm pretty sure that's...
It looks shiny. It looks like it's a person in like a gas mask, like with
if
little
Neo
eyes
turns
and like
into a rock
Do you guys
later
understand
on
what I'm saying?
Oh, that's...
This is so fucking
I love how
so
they're playing with expectations, because in every single RWBY thing, there's always the scene where they just show them fight. But in this one, they freeze halfway through, and then
really like
Cinder walks through it.
Look at this.
Pause that, because that gave me a heart palpitation.
This is so fucking cool. I love this so much, and I love just. Like, guys, they're mine. So that's interesting. So Emerald waves at Cinder and is ignored. Neo has, you know,
is
the
totally
arms
sick
crossed.
of her shit.
I sort of wonder...
I love Emerald's new outfit.
Oh, yeah, I think it looks
love
great.
that jacket.
I think it looks really nice.
I love how no one gives a single shit about their midriff in the tundra. I love it.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, looking at this, I sort of wonder if we're gonna get that sort of, like... What you sort of thought, Hunter, where Emerald and Mercury are gonna be like, you know what, we're sick of this shit, we're leaving. Because, like, I feel like that we had this theory that Emerald would, like, see Neo and feel replaced. Do you remember that? Like, I feel like that's imminent.
But
like,
I feel like Neo's gonna be like, fuck this broad.
Yeah, totally. Town. You know, I do feel
I also...
And see, like, Emerald looks sad because Cinder doesn't acknowledge her, and, like, the burning, eating her from the inside, bro. We have to go back
because we missed the daddiest of the daddies.
Oh my god. Hazel this volume, guys?
Oh!
Holy shit, bro. I can't believe it.
He looks like, you know what he looks like?
No.
He looks like he got queer-eyed.
Oh my god, Hunter. But yeah, he looks good. Tyrion is there.
He looks like more fuckboyish.
It kind of seems like Mercury is gonna be more...
I like the jacket.
I like his jacket a lot.
Honestly, I never liked Mercury's design. This looks really nice.
I think I really like it too. I'm not sure about the orange yet.
The orange is weird.
But I do like the rest of his
But it's like a
outfit.
pop. You know what it is? Because no one likes orange. He bought that on like layaway.
Damn.
It was on sale. He was like, oh, it's
yeah,
clothing.
how did they get
shit?
new clothes when they were with Salem?
I don't know, man.
Anyway.
I want to do a whole video about how dope Emerald looks.
We could this week. Anyway. Yeah, Salem. Oh, that's cool. So in her eyes, she had both relics.
Power and knowledge.
Yep. Or creation and knowledge. So here's the thing. We were like, is there another creature inside of the rock?
I think
I'm gonna
Big
say
Muscle
yes.
Boy or Big Muscle Lady.
Yes, and then we also talked about like the blue fairy from Pinocchio. So if you guys missed it, that's Hunter's explanation.
We carpet bombed it again.
I mean, we had a couple ideas.
I think Monkey Paw and Turtle. I think Turtle was both.
It would be cool to see something that's not human, like a monkey,
like a big old turtle.
You know. But yeah.
I love Turtle. Turtles are great. Oh, that.
More flashing. We love that. Love to see it.
But it's like she controls it. It doesn't totally change.
I like how the scythe separates them. I feel like that was a really good idea.
Oh, that's. Oh, so no, that's not good at all.
Through the ice, I really like that.
Oh, and then it comes to the Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, this is where we get into Kingdom Hearts.
I love that, like bullets going through the water and the bubbles reflect the light.
Every Kingdom Hearts OP has something like
that. It's like they had 18
water.
different ideas.
But they all worked, and it's amazing.
They're so
and look at the light.
Walk away.
And she reaches.
Here. Oh, this terrified me.
Yeah.
This black and white line art I love.
I think that this is also representative of the Silver Eyes, right? Because the black and white happens when she uses her Silver Eyes. So
but that looks like the Never Dragon. That looks like the dragon.
Oh, you mean at the top of
the wyvern? Yeah.
Maybe it is.
You think that's gonna come back?
I don't think. Well, maybe it'll be a different.
Because it had a long. Anyway.
But maybe it's like representative, right? But what's interesting is like Penny's in here.
Eyes turn red.
Okay, yeah. Penny's getting hacked. Penny's getting hacked, Hunter.
Oh no.
Penny's getting hacked. Sorry to say. Sorry to tell that to everyone.
Why is it turning red?
Yeah, Penny's getting hacked. Sorry,
Happily Never Again, and then they
all the
fall and they crack. That kind of callback from when we see them falling earlier.
And I love this, just the scythe, the lone scythe in the ice. God damn. What a fucking bop. Like, what a banger. Like, they did that Right, Hunter? Like, they really did that.
That was like
You know?
every idea.
And it was so good, though.
It was like, what
it was
else could
so
they?
good.
That was like that's like, I think
I'm
one of
very
my
happy.
favorite anime openings of all time.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty
Because
good.
like when I think
This is
about
my
it, I'm
favorite
like,
RWBY one, at least.
like it's really good. Like, I mean, one of my favorites are like the Death Note opening.
Yeah. I mean, I really like Kaguya-sama Love is War's openings,
Yeah.
and they're on like a whole other level if you've seen them, but this is my favorite RWBY one for sure. I think this is
might
the
just
best
be like
RWBY
one of my favorite. Just it's so it kind of reminds me of I haven't watched Mob Psycho 100, but in that show it's just a total like bizarre clusterfuck of ideas.
And I feel like the song is much more anime than usual, and I feel like they should really dig into that, because like I like Casey and Jeff's like spin on it, like the sort of like more rock style music, if that makes sense, that they've been doing, but I also really like the anime feelings, you know? So,
and I have a lot of feelings.
I think that's it from us, guys.
Oh,
what a
best
good OP.
one.
Best OP, guys.
It's so amazing. So many great ideas.
Let us know if you guys found anything that we
Terrifying.
didn't mention. I think we caught stuff. Like, we caught a bunch of little things that people probably wouldn't have noticed, like that Pietro stuff. You know what I mean? And those sort of, like,
Penny
different
turning red.
mirror images. So I think that we did a pretty good job. But yeah, let us know if you guys found anything. Remember that you guys should check out the Patreon if you guys want to see our reactions early and all that stuff. And we will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.